Hump-day, yeah. Hump-day, yeah. Hump-day, yeah.
Yo, what's up? Yo, happy hump day. Woo, shoot, what a day yesterday if you were in the market.
Hump-day, yeah.
All right. Yo, what up? Good morning, guys. Man, I'm still fighting this phlegm, though. Hope you guys have had a great week of trading. It is hump day. It is March 6th, 6 in the morning on the West Coast. This is Shimano Trader. This is The Spread. Thank you for joining us this morning. This is The Spread, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m., Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Let's get right to it, guys. All right. Interesting day yesterday. Major sell-off in the market. Probably the biggest one-day drop in the NASDAQ. So we're about to get into that, review a little bit of that, get ready for the morning, and start ready to trade, guys. All right, traders, let's see what we got for today. All right, let's see what's up. All right, guys, well, good morning. Hope you guys had a great night of sleep. 6 a.m. on the West Coast. Let's get ready to do some pre-market prep, go over the news. Let me just lower this music in the background, man, because it sounds loud on my headphones. All right. Okay, guys. Well, let's see what the day has in store for us. Let's go over the news, get ready for pre-market prep, and then set up our charts and go over some of the positions we do have open for ourselves. And oh, that's what it was. My mic was loud. Okay, maybe you guys can hear me better now. All right. All right, let's do the damn thing here. All right, so let me see. What am I showing you guys right now? I'm showing you the main screen. All right, let's go over the news for today. Let me see if... all right, here you go. All right, ADP private sector employment comes in at 140,000. The forecast was for 150,000. Last month, ADP was at 107,000. Labor market remains solid. Earnings are going down because hours are going down. This is a warning sign, though not immediate. At 10 a.m. Eastern, JOLTS data will be reported. The forecast is 8.9 million. Last month, JOLTS was 9.2 million. So the forecast is 8.9 million. Last month was 9.2 million. That's at 10 a.m. Pacific time. We should be, like 7 a.m. our time. So 30 minutes after the market opens, we're already going to have data drop. So be mindful of that. And then crowd beats earnings and revenue and offers a glimmer of hope for cybersecurity stocks. The stock is running over 20% pre-market. JWN drops 10% on earnings. While having solid earnings and revenue, guidance was neutral and the stock has run up sharply higher in recent months. And then FL falls 10%, beating earnings. The reason for the weakness is guidance. Management pushes out expectations for growth and earnings thresholds. And then Rose down slightly on earnings. Earnings were solid, but the stock has run up 50% since October 2023. And then finally, ANF also down slightly on earnings. Again, earnings were solid, but the stock was up 160% since October 2023. This shows us that expectations to keep the stocks running higher were too high. profit ticket is coming in. All right, guys, those are your keys to the trading day, brought to you by Verified Investing on Twitter. That's Garrett Soloway's company. And if you guys are not watching me on usually in the mornings, he streams 30 minutes before market opens on YouTube, and he does giveaways and he does all kind of cool stuff. I really like his technical analysis, Garrett Soloway. Although the guy shorted Bitcoin here at these levels, I like the contrarian mindset, to be honest with you guys. So if you're one of those people that kind of goes against the crowd and tries to find a new path, I'm all for that. So shout outs to Garrett Soloway. All right, let's do our pre-market prep. So yesterday, as you guys know, the market sold off pretty hard, specifically on the NASDAQ side. I think everything was weak. So as we're getting ready to do our pre-morning prep here, our pre-market prep, let's let me bump this up a little bit. There we go. Let's be ready to set up our levels here for the SPY. So SPY was really good for us yesterday. Took shorts yesterday, read the market really well, identified a bear flag pattern, traded the bear flag pattern, and it worked out really well for us, thankfully. So I would encourage you traders out there that to study chart patterns and chart formations. Excuse me. I always keep a sheet around. I don't know if you guys can see it. I'll put it up on the camera, but I always keep a chart pattern sheet around so I can take a look at it and study it and see patterns. So yesterday I was able to identify this pattern as it was happening. This is an hourly chart, but if I put it on the 30-minute, maybe even on the 15-minute, you'll see it better. But boom, right here, right? So saw this sell off in the morning. Market was already pretty weak, checking futures in the morning, and then we were able to see this bear flag formation here. So we traded this bear flag pattern and stayed patient. I think that was probably the other recipe to the success on this trade. Had a lot to do with the fact that I traded it and then I went on a walk. So I went on a walk, left the bear flag pattern play out, and it played out beautifully. And we also bottom ticked it. So right before this last candle, here's the last 30-minute candle of the day. It was the last 30 minutes of the day, but if we were looking at the 15-minute pattern, yeah. So when we were looking at this, we're like, okay, we got about 30 more minutes to go. We started seeing the reverse happening right around this level, and we got out. And thankfully that we did, because it really popped up. It really surged the last 15 minutes of the day. But it's another, I would say it's another example of not, especially if you're scalping, guys. If you're going to be scalping the market, you cannot hang out all day. And that has both helped me and hurt me to try to stay in the market all day on 0 DTE. So you guys be careful out there when you're exercising 0 DTEs. Look at the volume surge the last 15 minutes, last 30 minutes of the day. It was insane. It was a good trading day though. All right, so let's set up our levels here. So we have our pre-market high. So we were below all levels yesterday. So this was a good example yesterday where we see that market never revisited. It never even attempted to go to the previous day high. It never even attempted to touch the pre-market high, let alone the previous day low. So it was sell-off city all day. Again, these are examples for you guys to kind of keep in the back of your mind and utilize these examples. Utilize this example of trading for future trading sessions. So you can see how the market was pretty weak that day, and as much as you wanted a reversal to happen, it did not happen. All right, so let's set up our levels here. So this is our pre-market high. We're going to activate this, and we're going to put it at our pre-market high, which was this level right here. So this is our pre-market high. It's going to be our pre-market high level, right? And then we have our pre-market low level here. There's my pre-market low, and then our pre-market high. We have it all set up. And then we're going to take, I'm sorry, that was our previous day high and our previous day low. And then we're going to activate this. Kind of put it right there. So look at that. Those two areas are they're converging right in that same spot. So it's something to keep an eye on. Yeah, it's more or less our level there. And then our pre-market low here. So our pre-market low is probably around there. All right, there you go, guys. So that is our pre-market low. We have our pre-market high, pre-market low, previous day low, previous day high. I mean, it was just a wick in the morning there that happened. But yeah, those are going to be your levels for the SPY this morning. So those are going to be our levels we're going to be playing on the SPY. So let's see how that plays out. We also added to our position on Boeing. We are on that's on our shares. So we added some Boeing shares. We've actually been in Boeing since the 4th of March, and that's kind of when we entered our trade. We entered at about 199. We've been averaging into this position on stocks. So I think we originally got in sub 199, but we've been adding on strength. Something that I usually didn't do in the past. And when you talk to a lot of traders, about the past, you learn that that traders usually blow up their account, or traders have a hard time staying profitable when they average down. So keep that in the back of your mind. Although sometimes it seems like a good idea to average down, that hasn't been the case. All right, traders. So yeah, so looking at Boeing, we've been averaging it into strength, where most traders, or most, I would say, unexperienced traders will average into or average down. Averaging up has proven, at least to me, to be a better something to consider, right? Instead of averaging down. So just speaking with a lot of traders and then just hearing and listening to other people. That's one of the number one things that I hear a lot, that it's a bad thing, which is to average down on your losing position, right? Figures, if if you're in a losing trade, why do you want to keep throwing money at a losing trade? Let me see. So, and in Target, we made some really good money. We bought shares. We took a pretty healthy position on shares on Target before reporting earnings on Monday. And then Tuesday morning, it reported and it spiked up, and it's continuing to push higher today. And then ARC also sold off yesterday. Got a little bounce on that. I don't know if we're even going to hit our target of 70 before April 1st. It's going to be tough, but that's a real cheap option that we bought. And then oil's been pumping this morning as well. So keep your eye on oil. Oil has been pumping. And then Apple seems to have gotten a little bit of support, a little bit of a bounce here at that 170 level. Again, that's something that I got from Gary Soloway. He's the one who kind of pointed that out to me, or pointed that out to the group. And we noticed that we expected a bounce on Apple. Not a significant bounce, but definitely that 170 level was something to watch. And then finally, we did also take a position yesterday on Pfizer. And we took a position on Pfizer because it was on the they were talking about it on the airwaves, right? So they were talking about it on the airwaves, and they were talking about how this stock has been around for so many years, and they've gone through so many different, all kinds of challenges in the past regarding the same thing. This drug, that drug. But it turns out that Pfizer really turned around, and it's pumping this morning as well. So it should open up pretty higher. But we took a pretty good position on it yesterday, so we should see how our trading is going to be on that today. Then Lyft continues to do well also. Tesla's selling off hard, has been selling off all week. We did take some call options on Monday, but those are probably we're gonna get clapped. Gonna get clapped on those. And then Yeah, and then Bitcoin. If you guys are Bitcoin traders, Bitcoin kind of hit a new high. Like it was like what do they call it? It was short-lived. It was a short-lived high, but it's recovered some. It did sell off, and it's recovered some, and then now it's sitting at 66,779 for all my crypto traders. There, I am a crypto trader as well. I'm more of a holder than I am anything else. Cardano's retraced a bit. Coin sold off yesterday. Doge is retraced a bit as well for all my Doge coin holders. And then the Dixie is down. It's down for the day. So I think with the Dixie being down, that should help us with the market. So we'll keep an eye on that. And then oil's been pumping. Oil is looking very strong. We're looking for a $79 close on U.S. oil. I think a hard close or a close above 79 will probably get us to 85. And I'm just parroting what Gareth Soloway say. So I did take a position on oil yesterday. So far this morning, we're up on that trade. Looking pretty good so far. So keep an eye on energy, guys. Energy is definitely on the move right now. Let me see where I got you guys. I got you on my SPY chart. Okay, great. And then you see in the SPY kind of revisit that that pre-market high. Let me see if there's anything on TV that we can watch.
Listen, Jonas always worth paying attention to, and to your point, he says
Stephen King.
It is decelerating EV demand, not in key markets. Again, it's still growing. It's just that the growth rate is decelerating.
It's the Chinese who couldn't make it in real estate have now decided to wreck the world. They're testing every single leftist government by saying, look, do you want clean skies and wipe, but even if it wipes out your auto industry, well, we got the solution.
Most of them don't have an auto industry, so they're happy to buy Chinese EVs.
Yeah, you see German exports up 6.
And you can't buy them here.
Mexico is going to be the battleground. If Claudia Sheinbaum gets in as the next president, she's a scientist, I say look out. She's ESG.
They don't call it that anymore, Jim.
Right, the ESG skeptic now.
Yes,
of course.
MRVL? Okay.
Take a look at the pre-market. Trying to avoid 3 days down, which S&P hasn't done since the first few days of January. We'll get to some specialty retail. Jim mentions CrowdStrike. We'll get ADP, Jolt's Beige Book today, in addition to Powell on the Hill. Back in a moment.
Oh, yeah, Powell speaks today, guys. So be mindful of that. Definitely Powell speaking today. So there's a lot of data today. So, guys, trade carefully. Watch your positions. Because there is data dropping today. I think Powell's also speaking. We got that JOLTS report at 7 a.m. this morning. That's 10 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. on the East Coast. So be ready for that. I think we let the market breathe the first 30 minutes before we jump in and take any positions or start looking for trades. I would say A+ setups only, especially, like I said, real heavy data today, this week, not just today. Oh, that morning coffee, guys. Nothing like that morning coffee, that morning quietness. People haven't gotten up yet. Well, they're about to get up.
Hump-day, yeah.
All right, oil's pumping, guys. Oil is pumping. So if you're in energy this morning, things are looking good for you right now. All right, we'll have CNBC here on a little bit, just waiting for the commercials to pass. But yeah, energy's up, guys. USO's up good this morning. So energy, watch energy today. SPY's pushing a little higher here on the pre-market when I'm adjust our lines here on that. All right, guys, this is Chill, copyright free music brought to you by YouTube. I like this song, actually. All right, AMD is also pumping to the high side, guys. I think AMD, when we did our videos, pre-market prep or our weekly prep, I think AMD had a huge range. It had like a $12 range, and it's moving towards that range right now, to the top of that range. Target new high 170.96 pre-market.
Feds.com.
S&P looking for some gains after yesterday's sell-off, even though they did avoid to end the day on the lows. As we said, trying to avoid 3 days down, first time since January 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Kramer's Mad Dash is up next, and the opening bell. Don't go anywhere.
There you go. They just popped in. They just popped in to throw you some commercials. Okay. All right, here's SPY, guys. New pre-market high here. You're gonna adjust this line. There it is. All right, new level there. So we got that pre-market high kind of converging right at the same level as our previous day high. So it's pretty strong level here. Let's see what it does. Pre-market starting to break it right now. Yeah, AMD's looking really strong yesterday off that move. I was watching AMD, but I also noticed that the market was selling off, but AMD was not. And we even took a put contract on it and lost $45 on that contract. But the news came out. I think SMCI and then what's the other big one? Nvidia. They were not selling off with the market. They're actually holding up really, really well. So that led us to believe that we should have exited that position, and we closed that position before market close. But I think, kudos to me, above everything else, I like to thank me, like Snoop Dogg likes to say. And the only reason I say that, and I say that, tongue in cheek, but I say that because I had the discipline. I knew better, right? I knew, looking at the price action yesterday on AMD, watching it not sell off. It had bad news. I think they have to apply for some sort of permit or something to sell chips in China, something like that. But it had bad news. That's why you see that gap down in the morning here, right? It had this gap down, and we expected it because the entire market was weak as well. We thought that it was going to sell off with the rest of the market, but as a matter of fact, it was surprisingly holding up very, very well. I remember even being in Josh's chat room and making that comment. And I was like, hey, man, AMD is holding up surprisingly well considering the bad news and market conditions. But yeah, man, sure enough, the stock held up well. We noticed that even though we were in weeklies, right, it wasn't a 0 DT or anything, we had enough time. It looked really, really strong and held up really, really strong during that time. So we exited our position, and then this morning the stock is up at $6, up $6 from where we closed last night. So again, that's something that we like to preach on this channel, right? Is patience, A+ setups. I think strategy wise on our channel info, we want to make that more of a swing trading. The gains is in the patience, that's for sure, and I think day trading is good cash flow money. Good cash flow money. Target new high 171.20. Oil continues to pump higher. It's going to open up about $2 higher from where it closed yesterday. It's pretty busy overnight as well. I got about 5 more minutes until market opens. 5 more minutes until market opens.
Ready.
Damn, why you so loud though? I gotta turn that notification off. All right, traders, we got about 4 minutes until market opens. 4 minutes until market opens. Let's get mentally prepared. Let's get ready. not bring any negative feelings or emotions to the trading table. Make sure our mindset is right. Make sure that we're not approaching we need all this money. We need all this money. You know, we're sitting on Apple calls. They were 12 cents. It was a quick gamble. I've got 2 contracts. So it's $24, $25 with fees. But, you know, it's kind of rounding out here at the bottom of this 170 level. And surprisingly also, we're seeing some strength in Apple. And just because everybody's been so bearish on it, the market has a way of always, you know, getting people all to move one side of the trade, and then things like this happen. All right, SPY breaking through that pre-market high, approaching yesterday's previous day high. We may make an adjustment here. We got about 4 more minutes to go, so not really sure if it's worth the adjustment. There it is. Levels. All right. I think that's your market, pretty much your market brief there. CrowdStrike surges on earnings. You guys know about Crowd. That was a little bit of a bright spot in the market. Yeah, SPY's breaking the pre-market high here. Most likely going to set a new level here. See how it reacts at this level here.
I won't leave you here. We can run together. Listen, if we run together, they will shoot us from behind. We both die. So, how's about you here?
I got about 3 more minutes, guys. 3 more minutes for the market opens.
I will hold them. I want you to promise me to survive, to take this message for our country.
Target 171.20 on the pre-market. Fuel continues to move higher. Lyft looking really good too. Baba looked good overnight. Pfizer's pumping. So there's definitely something going on. Again, don't forget, we got data dropping at 10 a.m. Let me put that here. No, it's 7 Pacific, dummy. $7 a.m. I think it's the jolts. That should make the market move. So we'll see how the market reacts once that information is out. We got 2 more minutes until the market opens. All right, guys, let's get ready to trade. Make sure you are in the right headspace. No fears, no emotionless, guys. You got to be emotionless traders. I know that sounds wild, but when you don't put a lot of emotion into trading, you have better chances of success with your trades. You don't get too caught up in the trade. Don't get married to these stocks. All right, SPY breaking through, setting a new pre-market high here. About 30 seconds until the market opens. Let's get ready to trade here, guys.
Ready.
All right, pre-market high breaking at pre-market high here. Let's move this level up a little bit. Wow, nice. There it is. Hit the top of the previous day high. All right, guys. Good luck today.
Good luck, traders.
All right, it's changing up the music now. All right, traders. Good luck today. All right, Apple selling off here right at the open. All right, Apple's selling off here at the open. All right, traders. Quick reversal there on SPY right at the open. So it's the same thing happened to Apple. AMD's pushing higher. Boeing, it's up 63 cents. No big deal there. All right, traders, watching Boeing kind of reverse a little bit here at this level. It's filling this gap. See what happens there. PFE, Pfizer pumping highs up 3.26% at the open. BABA pushing up as well. We took some good positions on BABA. BABA's one of our big plays right now. Lyft looking good. Tesla selling off pre-market. It got everything back that it sold off at the pre-market. It's taken back here. Target 172.74, new high. Target's gonna keep pumping. I think Target's a good play, especially if you like Walmart. That's a good play as well. Apple selling off. SPY new high here, pushing higher. Highs of the day. Oh no, I don't want to do that thing there. Okay. All right, we're not going to do any trades until after data drops. So we won't be placing any trades until after 7 a.m. this morning. We also have Powell talking today. So a lot of data floating around today. Just guys, be careful out there. Yeah, oil's up big, guys. Target's pushing 173 now. That Pfizer trade's looking real solid. Did a bit of a pullback here on Boeing. Oh yeah, we even took a trade on Apple, so we're in on Apple as well, which is selling off right now. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Apple. Oil continuing to pump higher. Babo came back down a little bit. So did Pfizer. Lyft as well. $51.13 on the S&P. $51.13. Remember yesterday we got as low as 50.56. I was dragging us down. But I think we're gonna just go sideways for a little bit, possibly just because the data that's coming, supposed to be coming. No, we're gonna hang on to everything right now. Baba reversing a bit here. Wow, that was a big position on Boeing. All right, so we closed out our Boeing position. We had some shares there. We were just scalping those shares, so we got rid of those. It was actually doing well yesterday. Boeing was, as a result of the rest of the market selling off. So people were looking for stability. I'm just making a note here. $36. It's 276. So we'll see how that turns out. Yeah, man, gotta hang on to your profits. Do not be giving up your profits that easily. They're hard to get, man. So when you start seeing some weakness in the name, I usually want to get out of that position. All right, let's see what else is moving here. So Boeing, a little bit of a pullback. SPY, a little bit of a pullback. Breached the previous day high, and the pre-market high, and it started to reverse. Again, I'm just careful out there today because data's coming in about 20 some minutes, so just be careful out there. Lyft is pumping. Lyft looks really solid right now. Yeah, SPY's reverse pretty aggressively here. Target's pumping hard. Just gonna wait. As much as I want to jump into these shares, man, I'm gonna wait. I have to wait until at least 7 a.m. Just gotta practice that discipline. Lyft, man, top of the range for the week. Yeah, Target looks really good right now. Oil still looks solid. It looks like Boeing's found a little bit of support there, right where it got sold off. That was a nice. That was interesting right there with Boeing. Target 175. Nice. All right, Boeing bouncing there. SPY selling off a bit here. Apple at the Apple pulled back a little bit too, down 0.6%, 0.06%. SPY selling off hard here. So now just pop that open and then giving some of that stuff back. Yeah, ARC's ARC's showing a little bit of weakness. Maybe sums up with the chips today. Yeah, big candle here on SPY. Tesla continues to sell off, already down $2 at open. Insane, that stock. It moves so much. Our AMD pushing higher here, up $8. $8. Up 3.86%. All right, 6:40 in the morning. See what's going on here. So Boeing did look weak. I mean, I again, part of the emotional feelings that we get here going back and forth with trades, but now I'm glad I exited Boeing. We'll see what happens here. It's you know, it's just no direction, right? EMA line just kind of flat. Yeah, Boeing's about. I'm sorry. Bitcoin's about to create another candle. It created a bullish candle, and it's actually creating a bearish. It created a bearish candle, now it's creating a bullish candle. That's what I meant to say. Yeah, Apple's kind of just holding here. Not really doing much right now. Yeah, I'm curious at looking at Boeing puts here. 200. It'd probably be too much though. Let's check it out. So puts are 209. Puts are 194 at this level. We go to 197. 197.50. The news on that was pretty bad, right? On Boeing 737 MAX faces trust issues as passengers say, "I want to get off the plane," and refuse to board over fear. And Boeing machines unions to square off in first contract negotiation in 6 years. Oh, it took it. Oh, man. All right, so we took we took Boeing puts here really quick, trying to see if we can scalp this. 197 is our strike price on that. $197.50 actually. All right, let's see if we can make it happen. It's looking good. It's looking really weak. All right, so we took some puts here on Boeing. Let's see if we were able to hit our target there. All right, so we're sitting on target. Target is 197.50. Boeing puts, we're at $200.15 currently. We're up 550 on that contract. Let's see if it sells off. And we bought ourselves some time, right? So we got until the end of the week on it. So no need to really get knee jerk on it at the moment. But these big candles, man, I always, they're very bearish to me, especially where we're getting below the green EMA line. But I think sub 200 for Boeing is a good accumulation area, a good accumulation price for Boeing. All right, target 175.20. Target's doing really well right now. AMD continuing to push higher. We got data in about 15 minutes. Tesla continues to sell off. Maybe somebody needs to buy puts on it so it can reverse. All right, continuing to watch the 4 charts here. We got Boeing, SPY, AMD, and Apple. Apple, a little bit of a sell-off at open. AMD pushing higher. AMD is wrecking it, man. They look really, really strong. Good momentum trade there if you're in AMD. Target continues to push higher. Again, we're gonna wait until after 7 a.m. just to see how the market digests the data before we jump into any more plays today. All right, there's SPY. A little bit of a drawdown on SPY there. So Apple heading lower. Starting to see some weakness here on Boeing. Glad we exited that on our shares and are jumped into some put contracts there. All right, it's getting a little bit more momentum to the downside on Boeing here. You'll see the next candle there. That's the next candle. Yeah, it's been 2 minutes. All right, Apple continuing to pull back there. Yeah, Apple's continuing to sell off there. I don't know if I told you guys we got some lotto plays on Apple. We got some 12-cent contracts, call contracts for I think it's like 187.50 or something like that. We're way outside the money there. But today might be the day, man. Today might be the day that good data comes out and everything just starts to melt up again. We're down $11 on the BA play right now. We got to the end of the week, though. See if we can get to the bottom of that range. Yeah, it's just kind of been in the middle all week. Just need a little bit of a pullback, nothing too crazy. Yeah, Apple's selling off. I don't know why, but it is. Again, Boeing's kind of recovered a little bit there. Seems like chip stocks are up. Target 175.20. Fuel, man. Hey, we're climbing on the oil front. What's going on with energy over there? know if it's worth doing that. All right, 175.29 on Target. Target is pumping, guys. Target is really, really pumping today. You know, it's just another testament to being patient and exercising patience, because we were in that trade yesterday. We got out of it after the sell-off that was happening. And just like AMD, it held up well during the sell-off. But we decided to get out of that. Apple selling off, continuing to sell off there. Yeah, man, we look a little bearish, man. Just looking at the price action around here. I mean, there's some names that are moving up. But there's a lot of feels like a little bit of bearish sentiment. And then the VIX pulled back a bit here, so I know it was spiking yesterday. I think Target's the only real strong player that I see in energy. Energy looks pretty strong as well. All right, a little bounce on Boeing there. Yeah, Apple's selling off pretty hard. So's Tesla. 46.81. Probably not worth it. Lyft, guys. Lyft is pumping hard, hard, hard. What's the news on Lyft? All right, let's jump in some Lyft. Lyft looks really solid, guys. Although they're at the top of the range. Okay, we're gonna wait. We keep saying we're gonna wait for the data to drop, and then we just keep jumping into trade. So we're gonna slow down a bit here. We really are gonna wait for the data to drop, even though Lyft is pumping there. Boeing's recovered a bit as well. AMD's hit the top of the expected range today. So that's super interesting to me that it's hit the top of this range, only because when we do our weekly review, right, like this is the top of the range. And we learned last week that sometimes a stock is not only going to hit that range, but it's going to surpass it. It doesn't matter if it's to the upside or to the downside. It's going to surpass that range. So the fact that it's hit 213 or 214, in your mind, you'll be like, oh, that means it's going to pull back, but not necessarily. Not necessarily. We got about 7 more minutes to data drop. So stand by. Yeah, Lyft is gone. Lyft is gone. Yeah, they're at the top of the range now. Yeah, Lyft is really pumping right now. You would want to day trade that. Right? Just buy a bunch of shares of Lyft. No. I keep saying it, guys. I'm going to exercise the discipline. I'm going to exercise my discipline and just hang tight until after. So we got about 6 more minutes till data drops, and then we can make some trading decisions. Yeah, Lyft continues to power higher. Boeing's reversed too. Got about 6 more minutes till data drops here. So stand by. Let's go. It's hump day. What are you guys trading out there today? Yeah, nice break here on Boeing. Maybe shouldn't have gone short, but we'll see. Yeah, USO continues to pump. Oil's pumping high. Energy's up pretty big. Damn, the puts on AMD are so expensive. And it's not even 0 DTE. Got 2 days to drop that much, and it's... Wow. All right, I'm going to take that. All right, I'm going to take these. Let me see if those hit. It's only 40 bucks, so. All right, we're going to take that and see if we get a little drop on that. All right, it's almost time, guys, for that data to come out, so stand by. And Apple recovered nicely too, being down $2 from where it's at now. Target kind of a little bit of catching its breath a bit. Got a little profitable on AMD, about $2 on that. SPY continuing lower. See if there's going to be some buying opportunities up here. Good thing we didn't jump into Lyft. Tesla selling off again, down another 2.3%. All right, we got about 3 more minutes into data drops, guys. 3 more minutes into data drop. Hope you guys are ready to go. Trade safe. All right, 2 more minutes. Little pullback. Yeah, I don't like the way the market looks right now. I'm actually closing some share positions right now on some stocks, so we'll see. We'll see what the data has. I don't like the fact that the ARC Innovation Fund is selling off. It has a lot of chips in it. Yeah, so we're short. We're short the market, so we're gonna look at for puts throughout the day here. We'll see what the data has. That might change everything, but I'm looking at I have a bearish bias going into the morning today. Specifically on my positions. So maybe not be an overall market bias, but it's definitely on the positions that I'm in. So I've closed out Boeing. I've taken a short position there, and I've taken a short position on AMD as well. So 197.50 will be the strike price on that. All right, 1 more minute, guys. Here's the data drop. About 30 seconds or so before the next release of data. We'll see how the market reacts, and we'll position ourselves there. About 15 seconds. 15 seconds to the data drop. All right, 7 a.m. 7 a.m. on the West Coast. I'm Shimano Trader. This is The Spread. Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Pacific time. Join us. Data is out. We're watching the market react here to the JOLTS report. Not a lot of movement yet. A little bearish, though. $51.04 on the S&P. All right, so how was that data received? Not a lot of movement here, right? Didn't see a lot of movement. Yeah, AMD's continuing higher. So no data or what? I really see a lot of movement, anything. Didn't really see a lot of things happen here. Or if it might be positive. Yeah, no, nothing. Didn't really see a lot of movement. SPY selling off. That's about it. Apple looks like to be selling off under the 5-day EMA line as well. Boeing seems to have found its footing here.